Hello, my name is Dalvir Gill. I'm here with you today to present a series of videos that will feature different TransCelerate leaders talking about our solutions and, more importantly, the impact of our solution over the years. When we started TransCelerate 8 years ago, I was often asked, well, what's unique about TransCelerate? Why is it different? Why do you need another consortium? There have been so many consortium around in the past. And that's a good question because we really did a lot of thinking before we started TransCelerate to understand what is it we would need to do to create a consortium that would actually deliver on its promises, walk the talk, and not just be delivering a whole bunch of white papers. And so we looked around at other industries, aviation, semiconductors, financial institutions, and others, and modeled TransCelerate after very successful collaborations in these other businesses. So when we started the organization, the first thing we had to do was make sure that we picked projects that made sense. So 10 companies signed up. We agreed at that point to start with 5 projects. Some were very obvious projects and others had a longer term vision. And those projects have all delivered on their promise. And even from the very beginning, we had said to ourselves that we need to start putting in place building blocks that will lead to improvements in the future, 4, 6, 8, 10 years from now. And one of those projects, for example, is a very heavy investment we made with setting therapeutic area standards under the CFAS collaboration in partnership with the FDA and CDISC. And that project has led on to many other things that are now a major part of the TransCelerate's portfolio, and that will deliver really big chunks of efficiency and impact to all stakeholders across the ecosystem. One real-world example of how TransCelerate solutions and work over the last year has been able to help drug development in general has been the recent crisis with COVID-19 that has inflicted our planet. Because we've already been working in many areas, for example, data sharing, we were very quickly able to repurpose a huge component of that database under TransCelerate to create a COVID-19 module. We were able to quickly work with the member companies to overcome IP concerns to allow them to load data on ongoing COVID-19 studies, vaccine studies, therapeutic studies, control arm populations into the database. And that we were able to do within a matter of weeks. It would have been many years before anybody else could have done something like that. And at the same time, the disruption that was caused by COVID-19 allowed the member companies of TransCelerate to find a trusted place, TransCelerate, to come to and discuss, well, how do we deal with this disruption of maybe drug supply or of monitoring or other matters related to clinical trials, because they were clearly very immediately disrupted with what was happening in the global pandemic. And that's some of the real world examples how TransCelerate over the years has built a environment of trust that the member companies can utilize to do actual work or to discuss ongoing emergent problems. The TransCelerate portfolio, looking into the future, remains strong. We are doing an enormous amount of work. There are 70 plus solutions we've already delivered under many projects that we've completed. And the work that we've been investing in over the last 6, 7, 8 years is really starting to build on top of each other, these foundational building blocks that I was talking about earlier. An example of that is the standard setting with CDISC that I mentioned a few minutes ago, led to our ability to create a common protocol template in collaboration with NIH and FDA that has led us to be able to do a project on digital data flow in its entirety, and that's led us to a collaboration with HL7 and many other stakeholders and FDA on Project Vulcan. So these things aren't just accidentally dropping into our portfolio. They've been planned for many years, and they are now starting to unfold. So we continue to remain really excited. We are looking forward to the future in 2020 and beyond. We think there are going to be some transformational changes coming, so look out for them. I want to remind you there will be additional videos such as this by other TransCelerate leaders, and I do appreciate your time. Thank you.